Today is Saturday, May 17th, 2025. We are at the Vyron Lowe Trailhead on Durand Road in Randolph. There's parking for, I don't know, I guess you could probably put like 5 or 6 cars. This is at a spring, supposedly. I can't figure this contraption out. It does not appear to, I don't know, we twisted things, we moved things around. Doesn't seem to work. There is running water though right over here. And we're just heading up today. We might go to Lookout Ledge, which is 1/10 of a mile from the junction with Crescent Ridge Trail. However, everything right now in this area is socked in completely. And there is a chance of thunderstorms all afternoon, rain showers, especially from, I think 11 to 1 was like the highest chance of rain. But it's not insignificant rain all day, so we're just gonna do this and then see what the weather's like and then continue on with other short little things possibly. And if the weather's really bad, we're just gonna go home. Okay, so Vyron Lowe in the Randolph Community Forest. About 3/10 of a mile in, and we've got a winding mantle slug right there. Why won't it focus? There he is. We have some Canadian Mayflower starting to bloom. And I've seen a bunch of lady slippers that have buds but aren't open yet. But I would expect those to be going off very soon. We're walking right next to a little brook down here. We had 2 water crossings so far. They were easy step overs. Well, rock hops. Pretty simple. It's extremely humid. The trail is not particularly muddy, which I'm a little surprised about. Last night we had crazy rain in Twin Mountain. This is a little bit muddy right here. Ooh, slippery actually. All right, let's see, just little water crossings. The sun is trying to come out. Maybe we'll actually get a view up on Lookout Ledge. Oh, there are black flies and mosquitoes. The bugs are out. We are at the junction, so this is the end of Vyron Lowe. And going that way will take you to Lookout Ledge in about 1/10 of a mile. And looking through the trees, I think there might actually be some view today. Ooh, mosquito, got him. So I'm gonna keep walking though, because I'm getting eaten alive here. We're gonna walk down to Lookout Ledge. It's a great view. Totally worth doing on a clear day. With a nice spot to sit. You can have lunch if you time it right. So we'll go out and do that. We toyed with going down a different trail and walking the rail trail from Appalachia back to Lowe's store because you need the, boy, flying in my eyes. You need the rail trail as a hiker if you're doing the trace of the White Mountain Guide. There's, I think it's 5 miles or 4 miles of the Presidential Rail Trail, basically between the Castle Trailhead and what's that one at the far end there? Past Appalachia. Having a mental block now. Randolph East, that's what it is, I think. And we've walked Randolph East to Appalachia, but we haven't walked any of the other stuff. But I think that would add some time and distance that we don't really want. We don't get any more new trails out of it except the rail trail. I think we'll get that a different time. This trail has been really in great shape. Here's our first blowdown, not on Vyron Lowe. There was some mud, but nothing crazy. This looks like it's not actually on the trail, so that's good. This is 1/10 of a mile to get out to Lookout Ledge. We're gonna lose 100 feet So we're gonna have to climb that on the way back, but no big deal. All right. Okay, so that blowdown was literally right at the top of Lookout Ledge. So it's definitely less than 1/10 of a mile from the intersection. I think that the White Mountain Guide doesn't have increments less than 1/10 of a mile. So there you have it. Look at that cool cloud, huh? It'd be nice if the summits were a little more exposed, but you would have a view into King Ravine with Madison on the left and Adams on the right. Pretty cool. This is, let me slowly pan back. Right here is Durand Lake. Across the street is the Appalachian Trailhead. And, oh, it just got covered by cloud. Pine Mountain and Gorham over here. Sweet. Lookout Ledge. Okay, we finished that hike. It was about 3¼ miles, and it was nice. And we thought we would go over to the Berlin High School and do the Mount Jasper Trail, which is 0.7 miles, but it goes up to nice view ledges, and it was looking really, the sky was black over there. It looked like severe weather and rain. So we decided to just kind of stay in the Randolph Community Forest. We came down to the Mount Crescent Trailhead, and we have things that little chunks of things down here that we need to do. Peak path is this. Yeah, we have some stuff we can do down here that is not really exposed or have views. So I think we're just gonna give something a try and see. Got a plan. And yeah, it was looking like rain, big time. Yeah, I don't know, but it looked clear. It looked clear to the west and raining as you got closer to Maine. So I'm not sure what the weather's doing, but we'll go try to get some stuff done. We're up on Peak Path now, as you can see, in a cloud. Ooh, that rock moved. We haven't had any substantial rain, just a couple drops here and there. So I'm counting that as a win. And I think that our decision to not do anything with real views was the right one. Look at that. Yeah. So I think we're gonna take Peak Path over to Mount Crescent Trail, take that back down to the car, and probably call it a day. So the rain is gonna move in. And not sure how long. I just got my second mile, so I think we'll be under 3 miles for this. But it's okay. It was stuff that needed to get done. And I guess like the perfect day for doing trails like this. I didn't see anyone else. Quiet day for a Saturday. I was going to be done for shooting, but I just got to an intersection that I found to be a little bit confusing. So we came from this direction on Peak Path, and there's actually a sign right there that says Peak Path, which you never see signage like that. And then down here, there's a sign right there that says Peak Path.
We were looking to make a left-hand turn.
We were going to make a left-hand turn onto Mount Crescent Trail. So I can see people must make that mistake a lot, because why else would they have that sign? So they have the Peak Path sign right here and the Mount Crescent sign right here, which was very confusing. So Mount Crescent does in fact continue up this way, and we wanted to take a left from Peak Path, but it's actually a sharp left. So this is where we're headed right here, Mount Crescent. If you just take a left, you end up on Peak Path again. And if you look on a map, it does go like that. That's how it is. It's just in my head.
Well, it's a four-way intersection.
Yeah.
Going straight through Peak Path, you would think go that way.
You would think that. Okay. Anyway, we didn't make a mistake, but it was a little perplexing. So we're gonna head this way, 0.3 back to the car. Yeah. All right.
6 to Randolph Road.
Do we want to go down?
I don't know. We don't need to go down.
Okay. All right, so I think we're going to call it in 0.3, which is good because look at what we're in. It's not raining. It's lunchtime. We'll head back.